Welcome back to Iran Protests Weekly, where we round up the protest rallies of Iran's people against the mullah's regime. Students at Shiraz University protested the poor conditions of their dormitories and constant power and water outages. They gathered in the girls' dormitory and chanting slogans against regime authorities. People in Najafabad gathered in front of the city's electricity department, chanting, "Water, electricity, life are our undeniable rights." Farmers and residents of Garmsar and Aradan gathered in front of the Semnan provincial governor's office to protest water shortages and the failure to provide their water rights.
حقابه گرمسار رو بالا گرفتن. گرمساری‌ها آب خوردن ندارن. آبشون شوره، همه مریضن، کلی‌ها همه مشکل داره. همه گرفتارن. آب شیرین رو بالا گرفتن، حقابه‌مون رو نمیدن به ما. ما قانونی می‌خوایم اجرا بشه، حقابه‌مون رو به اون بدن.
سلام عرض می‌کنم. ما از گرمسار میایم، از اقشار مختلف، مخصوصا نماینده‌های کشاورزی گرمساری که نزدیک 70% اقتصاد استان سمنان داره سر شرکای صنعتی گرمسار میچرخه. 67% حق بیمه شدگان استان سمنان داره گرمسار تامین میکنه و این امروز حق گرمسار نیست که رودخونه دائمی حبل رود، حقابه ما که از حبل رود برای این دشت بزرگ تامین میشد امروز خشک باشه و شهرستان ما با چالش روبرو باشه. با همین وضع پیش بره ما این مطالبه رو امروز مردمی اینجا داریم بخواد ادامه پیدا بکنه و شهرستان فیروزکوه آب رو به روی ما ببنده، ما هم مجبور میشیم راهن به روی ما ببندیم. چاره جز این نداریم.
Residents of a village in Kamyaran protested water shortages by holding empty water gallons in front of the local governor's office. On Thursday, August 28th, farmers in Tehran, Isfahan, staged a sit-in at the Agricultural Services Square. They are demanding their water rights, stating that the negligence of officials has led to the destruction of ancient trees and agricultural lands. Security personnel at the Yadavaran oil field gathered in front of the governor's office in Avaz to protest low wages and their precarious employment status. Official workers from multiple oil platforms and operational area also protested against poor working and living conditions. Contract workers in the Gachsaran oil and gas sector held a gathering and marched to protest their uncertain employment status and unpaid benefits. Local workers from the Deloran and Dashta Abbas petro refinery, who were laid off under the pretext of being surplus labor, held a protest rally in front of the company in the scorching heat. The No to Execution Tuesdays campaign continued this week in over 50 prisons across the country, where prisoners once again voiced their defiance. Coinciding with the 83rd week of the political prisoners' hunger strike, the Iranian people commemorated the martyrs and political prisoners, exposing the criminal nature of the clerical regime. Retirees in Shush protested the plunder and looting of their pension fund by regime officials. Retirees of Farhangian University, a teacher training institution, also gathered on campus to protest the non-implementation of pension equalization.
یخچال باز نشسته خالی تر از گذشته تا حق خود نگیریم از پا نمی نشینیم تا حق خود نگیریم از پا نمی نشینیم.
Defrauded investors of the Garmsar company from Dezful, Andimeshk, and Shush, dressed in shrouds, gathered in front of the office of the supreme leader, demanding the return of their stolen assets. These citizens' life savings have been plundered by companies affiliated with the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, established by retired IRGC members. Defrauded investors of the Hakim housing project held a protest march in front of the regime's Ministry of Justice in Tehran, demanding the return of their capital. Applicants for the National Housing Project in Chaharmahal and Bakhtiari province gathered to protest the non-delivery of their residential units. On Wednesday morning, August 27th, a group of applicants for the Aryashar National Housing Project in Pardis gathered at the city's development site. These citizens have paid billions of reals for the houses they were supposed to receive, but are still left without answers, in limbo, and stranded. There is no news of construction, no delivery of the house, and not even a clear response from officials. Additionally, a group of applicants for the 463-unit National Housing Project in Pardis, Naishabur, staged a sit-in by setting up tents next to the project site. The protesters say that despite more than 5 years having passed since the initial payment, the project remains incomplete, and the units have not been delivered to them. On Tuesday, August 26th, defrauded customers of Kusha Khodro Car Company gathered to protest the non-delivery of their vehicles. These citizens paid for their cars over a year ago, but have not yet received them.
تجمع مالباختگان شرکت کوشا خودرو که پس از 1 سال تکمیل وجه نه ماشینی بهمون داده نه پاسخگویی داره نه هیچی.
In Mashhad, there was a gathering of defrauded customers of the Javdani construction group. These citizens have also paid all the costs long ago, but no homes have been delivered to them. During their protest, They called for the execution of regime officials. Defrauded customers of Moin Khodro and the Ramak Company also held a protest in front of the regime's Ministry of Industry, Mines, and Trade. They too have paid for their vehicles, but have not received them. In the early hours of Thursday, August 28th, an individual drove a loader to the gate of a command headquarters of the repressive state security forces in Konj and proceeded to demolish it. Reports indicate that public discontent in Konj County has risen to unprecedented levels due to economic and social problems. The reason for this action has been cited as severe economic pressure and popular protests reaching a stage of serious action.
اسماعیل آقا اونم کلک چون اسماعیل آقا چاک اسماعیل آقا
And this concludes this week's edition of our weekly roundup of Iran protests. We hope we have been able to echo your voices of protest. Until next time.
Follow the People's Mujahideen Organization of Iran on YouTube, Facebook, X, and our website.